Beer Goblin's back. Hey, thanks, Beer Goblin. That's a great way to start off the show. I'm glad you thought of me. I'm glad we got a Beer Goblin here at the office, and yeah, welcome
cool
back
guy.
to High Fantasy. This week's podcast is gonna be fucking loaded.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we got some topics to cover, guys. Basically, we're going to run with a lot of the same themes we've been running with. So we're going to touch on The Boys. We're going to touch on Kenobi, Episode 3. AJ's got a lot to cover.
We got some video game news, and quite a bit of it.
And
See how far we get.
yeah, we're gonna see how far we can even get today. But I do want to start with The Boys
Cool.
Season 3.
Good place to start.
If you have not seen The Boys is a superhero show about all of the superheroes being corrupt or just more human than usual. And what that means is they have flaws. They come with the superpowers, and a lot of those flaws are pretty fucking major.
Oh, yeah.
So, in The Boys season 2, Homelander, which is basically Superman, was banging this Nazi chick with lightning powers. That was like his kind of equal, and then she exploded, and she is still alive.
Yeah,
technically.
that's nuts.
Yeah, we get back to her in episode 1 of season 3, and she is, I want to say, picture Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
episode
say.
3.
Missing a limb. She has one hand, and she used it to jack off Homelander.
That is right. So basically, we see her in the hospital bed. Homelander comes in, and I guess he still has an attraction / love for her.
So
And
the weirdest thing about that dynamic, right,
Yeah.
is that Homelander, he's an evil piece of shit, and he
Mhm.
sucks, but he's not a Nazi.
no,
The second she starts talking about Nazi shit and jerking him off, he's just like, nope, no more of that.
yeah, and he started getting soft.
Yeah.
And
That
then
was
he walked out.
hilarious.
Yeah, he walked out after that.
Yep.
And kind of left himself with blue balls.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty entertaining to watch, mostly because it wasn't
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was-
pretty
was
awful,
disturbing.
pretty raunchy. You just see someone with almost just one limb left, jerking off Homelander, and yeah, there's comedy in that.
There
but
really is.
It's hard to get that.
Can we
from
talk
this
about that
description.
opening sequence?
Are you
Episode 1?
Yeah. In this season, it's been a year since the last season, right? And the boys have teamed up with the government, a.k.a. Vought,
Mm-hmm.
and they have become a more legitimate kind of police force for Soups.
What they
Because-
say, I think they said crime's down like 70% in
60,
Soups. 60%
60%.
for Soups, yeah.
Yeah, so they had been
Pretty good.
arresting Soups over the past year. The collateral damage is down 60% on those crazy. All of the superheroes in this show do cocaine. Really, there's like one good superhero, and her name's Starlight, as far
Yeah.
as I know yet. And
Queen Maeve is doing okay,
she's just
especially now.
Queen Maeve is what I would say is she's surviving.
Yeah.
She's not doing much to hurt people, but she's really not doing much to help anyone either. I think eventually they'll be able
Well,
to
she's the one
recruit her.
providing all of the intel for the underground stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is true. Never mind.
I think
Scratch
this
that.
season, I think she will kind of make a little bit of a comeback.
I hope so.
I believe.
Because I do actually like Queen Maeve's character.
She's got a really interesting character arc for sure going on.
But the first kind of run through kind of investigation they're doing in this season, they're going after this guy who can. I mean, basically, let's just say this. He's Ant-Man, but without a suit. He just has Ant-Man's powers, right? He can shrink down real small. He can go real big. And the setting goes to a party where a lot of like different people are just having a party. This Ant-Man-like character is there with his boyfriend, and he's doing a bunch of stunts for the party in like a Barbie house. That's all weird. And then him and his boyfriend go back to the room. Frenchie is investigating them, so he goes and follows. And they have an interesting sexual relationship, to say the least. His boyfriend whips out his penis, says, "I want you inside of me." And the Ant-Man-like character shrinks down real small.
Termite,
Like,
I believe
yeah.
was his name.
Termite?
I think.
Cool. He shrinks down real small and crawls up his penis, like inside of it. Now,
Right
all
up
the
the
while,
urethra.
they
Yep.
were doing cocaine. They were
Mhm.
getting pretty fucking riled up, coked up, and he gets the coke sneeze while he's inside of the other dude's urethra, and expands back up to human size and pops the other dude in half. So it's fucking awful. It's so gory.
It was so funny.
It's so disgusting. But yeah, it is hilarious too. So Frenchie sees that kind of happen, or like he walks in on the explosion thing, and the ant guy starts attacking him and stuff, and that's a fun sequence.
Starts
And-
trying to crawl up Frenchie's butthole.
Yeah, he starts trying to crawl up Frenchie's butthole.
Yep.
The deaf chick with like real strong powers.
Yeah, I can't
she's
remember
just
her name.
mute. I don't know. Anyways, she beats the fuck out of the little guy, but the little guy tries to jump into Frenchie's mouth, and our favorite character, Billy Butcher, shows up from watching surveillance cams this whole time, catching the little Ant-Man guy in the bag of cocaine, and then he just shakes it up and dumps him the fuck out back on the table. So I would say brilliant script
Oh, yeah.
writing on that one. I don't think you could have done a better job in creating.
Yeah, I didn't
way
feel like
to
they
arrest
skipped a beat
that.
from like that last season. This like opening,
They really didn't.
The opening to the first episode of season 3 was just like, we're back. Like that's it. That's what it felt like. It felt like they were just telling the audience, we're back, we're here, we're gonna fuck shit up. Like,
So, I also want to present a theory here. I know we just talked about Stormfront. I want to go back to that.
okay,
I think, and I know we haven't covered episode 2 yet, and you haven't seen it yet. I think they're going to do a Darth Vader story arc with Stormfront. That is my personal, because here's the thing. They have completely changed the character of Stormfront from the comics, so they can do whatever they want with
Yeah.
this character right now. And I think it would be a wasted opportunity to not put Stormfront in some kind of mechanical suit and make her have some kind of awesome Nazi comeback.
I mean, yeah, there's got to be some reason she's alive.
Yeah, well, and keep watching because you've only seen episode
Yep,
1.
yeah.
There is a reason she's alive in the
Okay.
first episode, and we'll get to that in a later. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, there's a lot more to cover, obviously, but because I mean, Huey, the girl that he was working with, I cannot remember her name.
Huey the girl. I know her. Nadia is her name before this
Yeah.
name. I don't know her
But,
official government
yeah,
name.
I'm
If you
pretty
do,
sure
let us know in the comments down
Huey
below.
found out who's the one who's been exploding heads in the past couple seasons.
Yeah, that was in
So,
the first one.
That was in the first episode,
Good,
yeah.
good.
And that's kind of where the last episode left off, was that big. drop.
Almost.
Yeah.
There is one more thing that's pretty important about this episode, and it is the fact that Vought, while working with the boys, has come
James
up
is fucking with us.
They have come up with a 24-hour super serum.
Oh, yes, of course.
Where you can take this serum and essentially, from what we have seen in previews and in trailers, you get Homelander's powers, more or less. Flight to be announced, we don't know. And I'll cover more in the next episodes, but I got some notes down for them. And I kind of want to move on to Kenobi.
Go for it.
Now, I know you haven't seen any of Kenobi,
I have not. I have not watched any of the new Star Wars stuff that's come out,
but I have.
but you have.
And I've been spoiling it all along. So
Tell
you're,
me about it.
So you're kind of getting some of the story. Hold on.
I've been hearing very mixed reviews about Kenobi, by the way.
Yeah, it's fair. So I'll just go out on a limb here. In episode 3, directly leaves off from episode 2. Darth Vader has landed on Tatooine, and in this episode, it is pretty much centralized around this whole conflict between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. Darth Vader gets there, starts walking through this town on Tatooine, and his attention is drawn to, because he can kind of feel Obi-Wan in the Force, the exact building he's hiding in. He stops for a second, looks at the building, and I can only imagine, and this is the kind of beauty of Darth Vader, is because he has the mask. You don't know what he's thinking. You don't know what he looks like. I can only imagine he's just smiling underneath the mask. Because what he does next is, as he walks down this street, every single civilian he starts ripping out of their home with the Force, snapping their necks, cutting them up, and just like beating the fuck out of them. And trying to draw Kenobi out and get him to come fight him. And it eventually kind of works. Kenobi does leave the building, gets it to where he gets the Game of Thrones chick, and Leia, he puts them through the tunnel, goes like, yeah, go free, get. And he acts as the decoy, starts running away from Darth Vader, because he, at this point, has not really used the Force much in the last 10 years, and is very well untrained. So he starts running from Vader out of town, starts running into like this canyon-like area, and has to defend himself. Because Vader catches up, he starts using stealth, turns off his little breather so he can sneak up on Obi-Wan, and starts attacking him from behind. So Obi-Wan has to use his lightsaber to defend himself. And he kind of somewhat holds his own, but you can tell Vader's just toying with him. Obi-Wan almost gets away. Vader throws down like a pile of like convenient charcoal, ignites it, Force grabs Kenobi, brings him up in the air, and starts dragging him into the fire. So a little bit before this, I would say, Obi-Wan gets the chance to kind of say stuff to Vader. He goes, "What have you become?" And Vader just goes, "What you made me." And that's all the dialogue they get really right there, which is kind of boring.
Pretty
But
cliche.
yeah, very cliche, whatever. So he starts burning the absolute shit out of Kenobi. And meanwhile, Game of Thrones chick snuck up to the pile of rocks somehow and fires her blaster. Or wait, hold on. I'm skipping ahead. My bad. While Kenobi's burning, Vader stops the burning with the Force. He just Force stops the fire and says to his stormtroopers, "Go grab him for me," right? And so as they're starting to, I guess Obi-Wan kind of rolls out of the coals. Game of Thrones chick shoots the coals, they reignite, and the big fucking droid guy that was protecting him earlier grabs Kenobi, and they all kind of escape, while Vader just stands there watching. Now, this is where a lot of the controversy from the public actually takes place. A lot of the people from like just watching as a viewer were thinking, well, this is stupid script writing, because why would Vader just let him go, right? Why would Vader just not like walk through the fire, which his suit can withstand, or jump over it, or just use the Force to extinguish it like he did before? And I've been watching a lot of people kind of share their theories on this, and I've kind of landed on a popular theory, because you have to if you're going to continue watching it, right? Because at the end of the day, if you say this show sucks, do you really want to continue watching it? Probably not. So the theory I landed on is, and it is very plausible, Vader just wants to toy with him. Because Vader has been suffering and will suffer for the rest of his life for the last 10 years because of what Obi-Wan's done to him. He's literally cut off his limbs and all but threw him into a pit of lava. Guy wants revenge, you know? So he's going to get it, and he's not just going to get it in one fight. He's going to get it over the course of these fights. And now that he's made Obi-Wan use his Force powers, making Obi-Wan a little easier to track, and he knows what Obi-Wan's up to. He's like, okay, definitely, if I stick around the Organas, probably going to find you at some point, and we're going to duel again. And I think that I think that this next time Obi-Wan we're gonna have a montage, a training montage, and
Hell
Obi-Wan's gonna come back and kind of beat the fuck out of him. Maybe he might fight him 2-3 more times. Who knows? But all I do know is in A New Hope, Vader says to him, "When I last departed, you were the master and I was the apprentice. Now I am the master." Something along the lines of that. It's been a while since I watched it, but something vaguely like that. So I think that eventually at the end of this season, Obi-Wan's going to smoke him, go back into hiding, and he's just not going to kill him again. So, theory's done. Let's get on to some gaming news.
Good shit. All right, so I want to start with the new Diablo Immortal. It's completely free to play. It's on mobile and PC beta test right now, which I've been playing. And right off the bat, it's a fun game. Obviously, it's not going to be as good as like Diablo 2,
What platforms?
but right now it's just mobile and PC.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's completely free, mobile PC, and it's actually really good, and it's a lot of fun, which is surprising because normally free mobile games are not, nobody likes those, but it's good. I'm not gonna lie. It's,
will say-
it's fun.
Except for people who don't actually play video games.
That's true.
People who don't actually play real video games love mobile games.
hmm
And that's all I got to say, really.
It feels like it's just like a classic dungeon crawler. You're just going through dungeons, killing shit left and right, and just upgrading your character and getting stronger and stronger. And it's just fun. It's a good game to play with friends. You can get online, just go kill some shit with a bunch of friends. There's not like a whole lot of depth to it, but the game itself is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of controversy with it right now, though.
Right.
Because it's easy to level up, right? Like,
Yeah.
I played for about an hour and got to like level 10. Now,
Nice.
the thing with it is, once you hit level 30, you kind of start coming to a halt, and people are complaining that it's, unless you just want to grind to the cap that's level 60, it's
Yeah.
basically just going to be pay to win, which to an
Ah.
extent is true, but it's mainly more pay to max out character than it is pay to win.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is it's not just pay to max out a character. If you want to fully max out a character, you're going to be tossing in upwards of $110,000
Whoa.
to fully max out your character.
Hold on. Not like $110.
No, 110 with 3 zeros behind it.
$110,000?
$110,000.
Dude, unless you're like maxing out me physically in this realm, no. I don't think so. I think that's a little weird.
Yeah, it's fucked up. They're probably going to do something about it. I'm
I would
guessing.
assume so.
I'm guessing whoever threw that together just wasn't thinking when they thought of the prices for anything.
Or they were.
Or they weren't.
Or they were like, hey, if we want to make a really good platformer, we got to get some extra funds right
Yeah.
now.
It's true.
Maybe. But I'll tell you what. I mean, from playing the other Diablo games, I feel like they're probably one of the better dungeon crawlers to have on mobile,
Yeah,
if I'm going
for
to be
sure.
honest. Because, I mean, they're not horribly complex,
Mhm.
but they're not, like, without depth at all either. Which, like, I feel like is Dark Souls. You know? Dark Souls is a fun, like, challenging game.
Yeah.
But there's no depth.
If you want to dig into the lore and depth behind Dark Souls, you gotta like
Beat it.
beat it and then like study it.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna be like
It's not clear.
yeah, it's not clear at all.
No, that's why they made Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But anyways,
Anyways, so yeah, it's a fun game. Play it, download it, it's free. Let us know what you think.
in the comments down below.
Oh yeah. Next up, I want to talk about.
Hey, Beer Goblin. Hey, can I get a refill? Please, thank you. Oh, shit, fuck. Ah. He's working on it.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying his best.
What was the next topic?
Oh, another video game. So, I know you're not a big Pokemon fan, but I am.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? And the
played it.
second trailer to Scarlet and Violet, the newest generation of Pokemon, just dropped. And we get a new look at our newest legendary Pokemon. Don't know their names. Don't know if they've released their names. But one of them is like...
Let's describe like with a hybrid. What kind of? Oh, thanks.
So,
Beer Goblin. That was quick.
the Scarlet version, you're going to be getting... They're both lizards, right?
Yeah.
They're both, like, tall lizards standing on their hind legs. Fucking... They're almost just... They basically just looks like dragons, minus, like, the big wings.
Uh-huh.
One of them's it's all, like, red and textured and, like, looks like... It looks super cool. It looks like some fantasy, mystical-looking shit. The
Cool.
other one on the Violet side is all futuristic. Like, it's got, like, metal on it. It's got, like, fucking booster rockets on it and shit.
Booster rockets.
And
Nice.
from what this trailer put out, it definitely seems like whatever game you choose, because if you don't know, Pokemon always comes out with 2 games, right?
Mhm.
This time it's Scarlet and Violet, and they only ever have very minor differences.
Okay.
And it's usually exclusive Pokemon and a little bit of story that changes between the 2 games.
Yeah.
So it looks like Scarlet is going to be more focused on the past, and
Uh-huh.
Violet is going to be more focused on the future,
Ah.
which I think is going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Have you ever seen James and the Beer Goblin in the same room?
No.
Neither have I.
No.
They really hate each other that much?
I think so. They're roommates. The Beer Goblin, so James puts all of his money into this place and keeps it going, decorates. He really just puts everything into this place. Where the Beer Goblin is, I don't know where he got him.
He's just a fucking mooch.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But he does show up with beer.
That's
and I
true.
think that is
Yeah.
why James keeps him around is
Fair one.
because whatever James is doing at any point in time, the Beer Goblin, he brings beer, right? Now, once again, I've never seen them both in the same room. What'll happen is James will exit the room, and if there's no beer where he was at, the Beer Goblin just crawls up and slaps a beer down for him, and it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a very, very good creature. Anyways.
One other topic I did want to touch on in the Pokemon game is the new multiplayer feature, which obviously in Pokemon
What?
games, we have online battles in the past. Like, you can get online and battle your friends, right?
Sure. We had that with the fucking one where you wander around in public, and obviously I never played it, but what was it?
Sword and Shield was the last one with online battles.
No, I'm talking about the one Pokemon Go.
Oh, Pokemon Go. Yeah.
There we go.
Pokemon Go, yeah, the one we play with your friends. It's free.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is like, it looks like you're going to actually be able to explore the open world with your friends while also having your partner Pokemon following behind you at the
Okay.
same time.
Huh.
And it looks like you can have up to 4 people playing in the same Pokemon world with you and just running around and shit. So
That's
I'm
pretty
excited
cool.
to see where that goes.
That's pretty neat.
Sonic
it is.
Frontiers. I think we're about to get another a case of cyberbullying on our hands. So for all of you, I'm sure you guys remember when we bullied an entire fucking movie studio into changing the design of Sonic. And
Yeah.
they did it.
We as
and then
in not
Sonic
us
did really good.
personally, But yeah.
And then the movie ended up doing really good. They made a second movie and ended up doing really good. All because people bullied the studio into changing the design.
And Jim Carrey.
And Jim Carrey, yes. Now they're releasing an open world Sonic game, which seems like an incredible idea. Until you look at the gameplay footage that they released, and it's the most empty world you've ever seen. There is nothing going on. It's just empty fields and a couple rings that you can jump through. It's terrible, and the fans are being very vocal about it.
Mind if I tag team real quick?
Yeah, hop in here.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, and so I watched that video last night from Penguin Zero, and I saw the video gameplay, and pretty much, yeah, you can run around. It's free roam, sure, but the obstacles and shit that you do, it's like old school Tony Hawk's Underground where you hit a button and you attach to the obstacle, and then it automatically sends you through it. Like, it looks stupid.
I think what like what he was saying in his video, because I watched it too. It looks like a shitty fan made game.
Yeah, it looks like they had an open world and then just threw rails and jumps and
Yeah,
there was one part of the video where Sonic did like a little loop-de-loop for like 3 seconds, and it unlocked something in the game. I'm like, what?
Yeah, there's some weird shit going on, and I really hope that another case of cyberbullying happens because that'd be
Yeah.
really funny.
'Cause I want.
And it could be a super good game.
Yes.
Because Sonic and open world sounds like a blast.
Yeah, I used to play the version on the Sega Genesis.
Oh,
That was dope.
Fuck yeah.
Now, like, picture like Trials Evolution. We got to wrap this up here soon. But Trials Evolution, where they turned a 2D game into a 3D game. They should do something like that, but with Sonic. Keep it open world, but have different camera angles and graphics going on to where when you get into these obstacles, you actually get to ride through them and fucking
Yep.
kind of like Trail. What's that one? Fucking. It was on the cell phone game. Temple Run.
Temple Run.
Yeah, something like that. It like combined with it, that'd be cool.
Do some crazy shit.
Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for letting me on.
One more thing before we go, I would like to say that when it
Same.
comes to video games, I am very happy that open world is kind of becoming the new standard.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope.
Yes. As an open world fan, I am so fucking excited for the next like 5 to 6 years
Oh,
in
yeah.
gaming. And holy shit, there are so many new games I would like to just talk about and cover. And most
Same.
of them really don't have any information out about them, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, when it comes to gaming, I'm so fucking excited for the next 5 years.
It's a good time.
And if you are excited to hear about our topics, and if you tune in every week with us, let us know in the comments down below. Don't be afraid to like, subscribe, share with us to really all of the nerds. We want to become king of the nerds here at High Fantasy. If you're watching and you actually do enjoy our episodes, let us know what kind of nerd topics you'd like us to cover. And I know something I personally didn't have time for today, but I kind of wanted to put on the list was this new season of Stranger Things. So if you want to hear us talk about stuff like that, see more content from us, let us know in the comments down below. Don't be afraid to message us on our personals on Instagram either. You can find me on This Is Grant's page.
You can find me at AJ the Mouse.
And this has been High Fantasy.
Peace.
Live in a constant state of fear.